And we are going to talk about Madkhalis today. Because they were already exposed and they were already reviled as traitors and the worst kind of scum. But they wanted to make sure that everyone knew, everyone got the picture. So they chose the martyrdom of Sinwar to really come out in guns blazing, calling him, some of them did takfir of Yahya Sinwar, some of them called him a deviant, Shi'i lover. He loves Shia, therefore he's a deviant, and we're happy, we're celebrating that he has been killed. So here's a tweet from Muslims Inc. on Twitter. And this is a well-known Madkhali, MK Dawa, the worst of the worst, basically, right there with Rabbi Ferris. Gazans were living in peace before October 7th. Oppression, yes, but not a genocide with 50,000 dead, 150,000 injured, 2 million displaced, and their city wiped off the map. Simple question, is Gaza better or worse after Hamas's alleged jihad? So this is, 200, he mustered 220 votes of, his Madkhali bot network, the other electronic flies. And even then, only 71% said that the situation is worse. So this is the way that Madkhalis are arguing that, okay, people like Sinwar, people like the Palestinian resistance, they're the enemies of Palestinians. The true friends of Palestine are people like the King of Jordan or the Crown Prince in Saudi or MBZ and the UAE. Those are the true friends of Palestinians, not these resistance groups that are fighting. So imagine. And then this ayah is shared. Those who sat at home saying about their brothers, had they listened to us, they would not have been killed. Say, O Prophet, try not to die if what you say is true. So such a rebuke from Allah that these are the people that sit back. They don't do anything. They don't support the cause. They, in fact, are attacking the cause. They're saying, oh, if you'd only listen to us and you've just stayed at home and done nothing. And this ayah is actually, the ayah before it is referring to the munafiqeen. It's referring to the munafiqeen. The munafiqun are the ones who have this type of behavior, the hypocrites. So Allah has perfectly called them out for their hypocrisy. So this is MK Dawa, affiliate of Rabbi Ferris and others. So, but aren't they kind of right that the blood of thousands of Palestinians is sacred? So October 7th was a mistake. How is the statement nifaq? Yeah. So you saw the verse that we put from Surah Al-Imran. Why is it nifaq? Because the deaths are inevitable. You think Israel was not planning to ethnically cleanse all these Palestinians? They've been doing it. Have you been asleep, or did you just wake up on October 7th? Or you're like these Zionists who claim that, oh, everything was just so peaceful and happy until October 7th, when those mean old Palestinian terrorists decided to kill 40 babies, to behead 40 babies and kill all the innocent IDF soldiers who were partying outside their concentration camp. Like, are you one of these kind of Zionists that you don't understand that the Israeli terror state has been committing mass atrocities constantly against the Palestinians? In 23 alone, prior to October 7th, they had killed hundreds of Palestinians. They were regularly going into these refugee camps in the West Bank, like in Jenin, and slaughtering, killing, terrorizing. Settler violence has been accelerating. Why? Because they want to wipe the West Bank clean and take over. And they're already calling it Judea and Samaria. Their Hebrew terms for the West Bank, because they want to ethnically cleanse. That's their plan. And what did the Palestinians decide to do? Okay, we have to fight back. Clearly, peaceful protesting does not work. Clearly, the international community doesn't want to do anything to help us as we're being slaughtered. Clearly, these Arab states are in bed with the Zionists, and they're further normalizing with Israel. through the Abraham Accords, and Saudi is the last one, the last country, and once they normalize, then we have no future. The Israeli state will feel no hesitation to mass slaughter us. That is what they're planning. So we're not going to let them. We're going to proactively fight back before they start dropping the bombs. We need leverage. And how do we get leverage? Through these prisoners. We take the prisoners. And that's what the October 7th operation was about. That's what it was about. So as a consequence of that, the Zionist state starts mass bombing and starts obliterating and killing hundreds of thousands. And your instinct is like a Madkhalis instinct, a Judeo-Muslim instinct to blame the Palestinians, for fighting for their survival. You need to really reflect because you're confused. You're confused, and if you're not like some kind of Zionist bot, I'll have Hosn al-Dhan and say that you're not, but you're deeply confused. If the Madkhalis propaganda, the Judeo-Muslim propaganda from these Zionists, the Madkhalis, is actually convincing to you or compelling to you, that you're actually blaming the Palestinians for defending themselves. The only way that you can think that, oh, the Palestinians are doing just great until October 7th is if you buy the Zionist lie that Palestinians were living in peace. The Gazans, the people of Gaza, were living in peace and prosperity and happiness. Everything was good. Everything was just fine. No, the whole Zionist goal, especially since Netanyahu came back into office in 2022, and you have these far-right politicians within Israel coming into the government, like Smotrich, like Ben Gvir, who are hardcore wanting to ethnically cleanse and wipe Israel, greater Israel, clean of all Arabs, including Gaza, including the West Bank, including parts of Jordan, parts of Syria, Lebanon, the Sinai. They want to wipe it clean of Arabs. That's the ultimate greater Israel goal that we've talked about. You have these politicians coming into office and announcing openly that, yeah, we're going to take over Damascus, and yeah, we're going to be in charge of Mecca and Medina, of course. You know, that's part of greater Israel. They talk about it openly. That's why they're so supported. That's why they're so popular in Israel. Someone like Ben Gvir. They're popular because they're hardcore, belligerent, pro-war. Those are their plans. And they're ramping up attacks in the West Bank. They're ramping up attacks in Gaza. And the Palestinians fight back. The Palestinians have to do something before it's too late. And then you're blaming them. You're attacking them and you're criticizing them. That is nifaq, actually, yeah.